We begin now at the top of Daf Yomi and Aleph Meseches Shabbos. This is Shabbos Daf 6a. The Gemara was just discussing machlokas between the Rabbanan and Ben Azai regarding if a person would carry something from a Rishus HaYachid, let's say a storefront, to a Rishus HaRabim, but he goes through Derech Stav. That's the platforms or the benches really where the merchants used to sit, and that had the status of a Carmelis. So essentially you're carrying something from Rishus HaYachid through a Carmelis to a Rishus HaRabim. According to the Rabbanan, you were chayiv in that case. According to Ben Azai, you were pater. The Gemara asks, where do we find such a case that's ever chayiv? What's like a source for the Rabbanan? So the Gemara suggests as follows: Midi dahave amavir chayfetz b'Rishus HaRabim. It's comparable to a case where a person would be carrying something in Rishus HaRabim in general. Hasam lav afagav de kama de nokit leve ozil pater. In such a case, isn't it true that as long as he keeps carrying it, if he doesn't do a hanacha, if he doesn't put it down, he's pater? Ki monach lechayev, when he puts it down, he's chayev. Hachanami loshna. So too over here, even though if he put it down in the Carmelis, he'd be pater, but if he keeps going and puts it down in the Rishus HaRabim, he is chayev. So the Gemara says, "Mi dami, is that really comparable?" Hasam kol hecha de monach le makom chiyavu. In the case that you gave, wherever he puts it down, he's in a makom chiyav. He's carrying it in Rishus HaRabim. There's no area that's a makom tur. Hacha im monach le b'stav. But over here, if he puts it in the stav, which has the status of a Carmelis, makom pturu, that would be an area of ptur. So it's not a good comparison at all. Elamidi dahavi amaver chayfetz mitchilas dalad l'sof dalad. So the Gemara suggests rather the cases where you're carrying in Rishus HaRabim exactly 4 amos. Now within the 4 amos, if you put it down, that is a makom ptur. Hasam lav afagav the imonach le besoch dalad amos pater. In that case, if he puts it down within dalad amos, he's pater. Ki monach le besoch dalad amos chayiv. But if he puts it down after the dalad amos, he's chayiv. Hachanami lo shna. So too over here, there's no difference between those two cases. Also, if he puts it down in the stav, he would be pater. But if he keeps going, he's going to be chayiv. So the Gemara once again says it's not comparable. Mi dami, is it really a good comparison? Hasam lagabe dehai gavra makam pturhu lekuli alma makam chiyavu. In the case you gave with Rishus HaRabim, it's true that within 4 amos it's a makam ptur, but that's only for the person that's carrying the actual. It's in reality to everyone else that's a full-fledged bona fide Rishus HaRabim. Hacha lekuli alma makam pturhu. But over here you're carrying through a stav. The stav is a makam ptur objectively. It's not just a makam ptur to the person who's carrying. So the Gemara gives another suggestion. Elamidi dehave amotzi merishus hayachid. So you can have a case where a person is carrying, this is a classic case of Rishus HaYachid to Rishus HaRabim through what's known as the Tzidei Rishus HaRabim. So Tzidei Rishus HaRabim is the sides of the Rishus HaRabim. Now in that case, that's every normal case really of carrying from Rishus HaYachid to Rishus HaRabim. And Hasam over there, Lav Afagav di Imonach Le'at Tzidei Rishus HaRabim Pater. There, if you would put it down in the Tzidei Rishus HaRabim, you would be Pater. The Chimonach Le Rishus HaRabim Chayiv. Yet, if you continue on to the Rishus HaRabim, you're Chayiv. Hachanami Loshna. So over here, there is no distinction. So Rashi here explains exactly what Tzidei Rishus HaRabim is. At Tzidei Rishus HaRabim, says Rashi, Me Rishus HaYachid Rishus HaRabim, Kegon Chotzer Shenifretz Rishus HaRabim. Let's say you have a chotzer that has a breach in the walls, and it's open to Rishus HaRabim, to have Makom HaMachitza Tzidei Rishus HaRabim. The halacha is that the area where the walls are, or where the walls were, that's called Tzidei Rishus HaRabim, and there's a machlokas, Upligi Bar, Rabbi Eliezer v'Rabbanan be'erevin v'perakol gagos v'amir Rabbanan d'lav Rishus HaRabim damu. So there's a sheet over there, the Rabbanan, that it's not like Rishus HaRabim. Nevertheless, it's obvious that if you would carry from the Rishus HaYachid through that Tzidei Rishus HaRabim into the Rishus HaRabim, everyone would agree you're chayiv. So the Gemara says this is a good source for carrying derech stuff. So the Gemara says that is true according to the opinion that we just quoted in Rashi, according to the Rabbanan. What do you do with the other opinion? The Gemara now continues as follows. The Gemara says, Maskif lo Rapapa, so Rapapa asks, Ha nichol Rabbanan da'amri tzidei Rishus HaRabim lav Rishus HaRabim dami. That works well according to the Rabbanan who hold that tzidei Rishus HaRabim are not Rishus HaRabim. Elo Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov da'amar tzidei Rishus HaRabim Rishus HaRabim dami. But according to Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov, who says anyhow tzidei Rishus HaRabim have a status of Rishus HaRabim, Ma'ikol Amera, we have no source anymore. That was a very good comparison to the case of Derech Stav if it's not Rishus HaRabim. But according to Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov, we have a problem. Amalei Rav Acha Breder Avika. So Rav Acha Breder Avika said to him, Amor de Shamat le Rav Eliezer ben Yaakov Damar Tzidei Rishus HaRabim Rishus HaRabim Dami Hecha Deleka Chifufe. So Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov only said that Tzidei Rishus HaRabim is like Rishus HaRabim when there was no pegs that are sticking out of this wall. Sometimes you'd have these pegs that were sticking out of the wall. Rashi explains they were used by the animals to rub up against. Rashi says, Noatzim Yeseidos Ketanos Lefnei HaKosel. In front of the wall, they would have these pegs. Sheyachufu Sham Agolos Ukronos V'lo Yachufu Bekosel V'Yap Pilu. Essentially, it was so it was kind of like a separation to the wall, so that the wagons and the animals shouldn't hit the wall and make it fall down. So Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov said, in such a situation where you don't have those, then it's considered like Rosh Hashanah. But if you do have these pegs that are serving as a kind of a separation for traffic, Misha Madle, did he say such a thing? Of course, in such a case, he would agree that the Tzidei Rosh Hashanah are not Rosh Hashanah, and therefore Hilkach Lohadamya. Therefore, it is an exact comparison, even according to Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov, and it comes out according to this Gemara that the source for carrying derech stav, that it should be chayiv, would be tzidei Rosh Hashanah. Even Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov can come up with such a case. Amar Rabbi Yochanan says, Umoda ben Azai bezorek. Ben Azai admits that if you throw derech stav, so let's say I throw an item from Rosh Hashanah to Rosh Hashanah through a stav, there he would agree that you're chayiv. Tanya Nami Yachiv, we have a brayso like this as well. Hamotzi mechanus laplati derech stav chayiv, echad hamotzi ve'echad hamachnas ve'echad hazorek ve'echad hamoshit. So according to Tanakama, you're chayiv regardless of whether you bring it out, you bring it in, you throw it, you pass it, doesn't matter. Ben Azai says, Hamotzi v'amachnas potter. You bring it out, you bring it in, you're potter. Hamoshit v'azorek chayiv. But if you pass it through, or you throw it over, so then you actually would be chayiv, and that is a raya to what Rabbi Yochanan just said. The Brisa says exactly like Rabbi Yochanan. The Gemara continues at the two dots. Tana Rabbanan, we learned in a Brisa Dalid Reshuyas l'Shabbos. There are four areas when it comes to Hilchas Shabbos in terms of carrying Rosh Hashanah, Rosh Hashanah, the Carmelis, Umakom P'tor. The four areas are a Rosh Hashanah, Rosh Hashanah, a Carmelis, and a Makom P'tor. And the Brisa will go on to describe each one. V'ezoi Rosh Hashanah. What is an example of Rosh Hashanah? Charetz shu amok yud v'rachav daled. If you have a ditch or a pit that is 10 tefachim deep and it's 4 by 4 wide. V'chein geder shu gavoa v'rachav daled. Same thing with a fence. If it would be 10 high and it would be 4 by 4. Zuhi Rosh Hashanah gemur. That is a Rosh Hashanah. So by a fence it would be like an enclosed area. If the fence is 10 tefachim high and the area is 4 by 4 tefachim, that would be Rosh Hashanah. V'ezuhi Rosh Hashanah. What's considered Rosh Hashanah? Sratio uplatio gedola. So if you have these big public areas, or if you have big streets, big alleys that are open on both sides, Zuhi Rosh Hashanah gemur. Those are considered total, complete Rosh Hashanah. Ein motzian me Rosh Hashanah zu l'Rosh Hashanah zu, ve'ein machnisin me Rosh Hashanah zu l'Rosh Hashanah zu. You're not allowed to take out from Rosh Hashanah to Rosh Hashanah. You're not allowed to bring in from Rosh Hashanah to Rosh Hashanah. V'imhotzi v'hechnes. And if you do that, b'shogeg chayiv chatos. If he does it b'shogeg, it's chayiv chatos. B'mezid onish kares v'niskal. If he does it b'mezid, then he gets a punishment of kares. Of course, if there are two witnesses with a warning, he would get skila. Aval yam ubika v'estavnis v'hakarmelis eino lo Rosh Hashanah v'lo Rosh Hashanah. However, the Brisa continues, if you have an area like a sea or a valley, if you have an estavnis, so estavnis is the same like we talked about before, a stav, that was the benches in front of the Rosh Hashanah, or a carmelis. Again, a carmelis is any area that's, let's say, 4 by 4 tefachim wide, but it's not 10 tefachim high. So those areas are not like Rosh Hashanah or Rosh Hashanah. They are basically Reshuyos Midrabanan. Ve'ein nosin v'nosin b'socha. You're not allowed to carry in there 4 amos, so we treat it like Rosh Hashanah on a Dirabanan level. You can't carry 4 amos. V'im nasa v'nosin b'socha, potter. But if you do that, you're potter, because it's not midoraisa Rosh Hashanah. It's only Midrabanan. Ve'ein motzim mitochal Rosh Hashanah. You're not allowed to carry from it to Rosh Hashanah. V'lo mi Rosh Hashanah l'tocha, not from Rosh Hashanah to it. Ve'ein machnisin mi Rosh Hashanah l'tocha. You're not allowed to bring in from Rosh Hashanah to this carmelis. V'lo mi tochal Rosh Hashanah. You can't bring from it to the Rosh Hashanah. Ve'im hotzi v'hechnes potter. And if you do that again, once again, you're potter, because it's only a Roshos Midrabanan. Chatzeros shel rabim. If you have a chatzer, so it's an enclosed area that belongs to the public. Umavoos she'enam mefulashin, or a street, an alley that is not open on both sides. Ervu mutarin lo ervu asurim. So similarly, those are only Reshuyos Midrabanan, and as long as you make a eruv in those areas, you are allowed to. Then you are allowed to carry. If you do not make an eruv, since it's shared by many people, even though it's enclosed and it has the dimensions of Rosh Hashanah, but since many people share the property, you need an eruv. Without an eruv, it's asur. Adam omed al haskopa. Now a person can stand on the eskopa. Rashi explains that the eskopa, this is a platform between your Rosh Hashanah and your Rosh Hashanah. It's like a threshold. So the eskopa has a halach of a makom p'tor. It's not big enough, generally speaking, to be a carmelis, because it's not 4 by 4 tefachim, so it has the status of a makom p'tor. So a person can stand on this thing. Notel mi balabayis v'nosein lo. He can give and take from the balabayis who's inside, because it's a makom p'tor to a Rosh Hashanah. Notel Notel me'ani v'nosin lo. He can give and take from the ani who's in the Rosh Hashanah, and again, it's a makom towards the Rosh Hashanah is not a problem. Uvilvad shlo yitel mi balabayis v'nosin la'ani me'ani v'nosin la'balabayis. The only limitation is he can't take from the balabayis to the ani or from the ani to the balabayis, because then essentially he's carrying through the makom p'tur from Rosh Hashanah to Rosh Hashanah or vice versa. Now, if he does do that, shloshen p'turim, everyone is patur again because it went through the makom p'tur. The acherim say slightly different. Eskopa mishameshes beis rishuyas, that actually an eskopa can have the halach of two different rishuyas depending. Bisman shapesach pasuach kilifnim. If the door is open, so then it connects to the inside of the house and it has a status of Rosh Hashanah. Pesach noel kilachutz. If the door of the house is closed, then it connects to the Rosh Hashanah and it is like a Rosh Hashanah. V'im haisa eskopa gavoy yoda or chavadal. Now, if this is eskopa, this threshold is 10 tvachim high and it's 4 tvachim wide, hareza rishus la'atzma, then it would actually be its own rishus. It would have a status of a rishus hayachid. Rashi here says, "Arezu rishus la'atzma, alpha pishi rishus hayachid kidamrin la'el begetter gavoy yor v'rachav dalid have a rishus b'fnei atzma." Even though it is a rishus hayachid, as we said, it has the dimensions. It is its own rishus. Ve'in motzim min abayis letocha. So you would actually not be allowed to carry from the house to it. Well, the kamon mefarish time. The Gemara will explain why that is. Why don't we just say that it's rishus hayachid, connects to the other rishus hayachid, and it's fine? So the Gemara will explain why that's problematic. The Gemara continues here at the two dots. Amar Mar. Master said, we just quoted in the Brisa, Zuhi Rishus Hayachid. It said these dimensions are Rishus Hayachid. Lemu'utei Mai. What does that exclude? Lemu'utei Had Rabbi Yehuda. It excludes Rabbi Yehuda had an additional case which is Rishus Hayachid. The Tanya we learned in the Brisa, Yeser al Kain Amar Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says further, Misha Yeshlo Beis Botim B'Shnei Tzidei Rishus Haravim Osa. So if somebody has two houses on two sides of Rishus Haravim, essentially you're going to be able to construct that area in the Rishus Haravim is going to be counted as a Rishus Hayachid because it has these two houses on either side. We'll see more of that going on to the next Amud on Daf Vav Amud Beis.